child labor is any form of labor that will negatively affect a child's emotional, mental, and physical health.
I have two perspectives. No, children should not work below the age of 16 because they should be in school, a stepping stone in life, doing CXC, whatnot. But at the same time, yes, they should if they dropped out or anything like that, because working is better than being on the streets. If you work, it will keep you out of trouble and it will just be a better overall experience. Other than if you're on the streets, you can have a mindset shift, you can go into robbery, you can sell drugs, all these negative things. So I'm 17 and I went to work to a grocery right nearby to help out with the bills, to provide a little income for myself, and so that it would keep me occupied during the holidays. And it was a great overall experience. My staff was really friendly and I was taught a lot of life lessons, and I became more comfortable with people and more sociable. I don't think the experience would have been the same because it would have been a strain on their mind and body. I believe that the older you are, you have a more mature mindset, and to be that young and working out there, it puts a strain on you.
At 12 years old, I started off working with relatives. We get contracts to do tilings in house, put on roof, do little bathroom changing and thing. From that day on, I started to work. I saw shoes that I wanted and my mother didn't have the money at that time, so she told me that I could go out there and get money to help her buy the shoes. We put up half and half. So I said okay, and I ended up going out there and working and getting the money to buy the shoes. After I done work, I get the money to buy shoes. I buy the shoes and I was like the happiest. Like I could not stop giggling and thing. But other than that, my experience working out there will be different, but it was fun. I didn't miss school at that time because it was during the vacation. But if I had to miss school, it would have been really sad because I would have never get to do the work I was supposed to do instead of all day actually bringing in money, helping parents and them. It was a different experience. So the actual work for me as a child was tiring because you have to bend to put on the tiles. After you done put on the tiles, you have to rub the a cloth on it to take off the grouts. And that you have, if you're doing a whole building, you're going to be on the ground whole day bending, wiping off and things. So after I don't do that and I go home and I freshen up and things and ready to sleep, I will get back problems because it will be hurting and you can't do nothing else about it because you're getting pain. So as long as you're getting pain, you're getting money too. I would have chosen working because I would have positioned myself. Weekends I'll work and during the week I'll come to school, so it would be like a schedule. I would have put it as that way, but it have some children and I can't do that because I have to work right through. I know of someone who was working and he was missing a lot of school, so he recently came back and I don't know if he was working to help his mother or working for himself, but I had known that person for a very long time. So hearing his side of his story and my side of the story is two different ways, because he has missed out so much he don't even know where we reach. Now looking for a better job than in his position will be very hard because I wouldn't say he have no education, he have, but not as in for a higher standard of work, so it'll be difficult for him. I feel generally children working underage, it is hard for certain children, but it has certain children capable of doing it, which is not wrong and not right at the same time. But if that is what we have to do, we have to do it.
I feel child labor is a good thing and a bad thing because to some people it might be like hard work and the child might get fed up of it, and certain children they might love it and would like to carry it on or whatever. Children under 16 should be working and should not be working. Like myself, I don't really be working with my dad, but mostly on weekends when I don't have nothing to do and I might want money to buy some stuff because he might not have the money on hand to give me to do what I want to do. Well, to me, it's not like that hard work does make you tired and wear out because I'm accustomed to it because since school was closed I used to be working with him all the time and whatever. I just feel like happy at the same time because that I get to go there with him and help him with certain jobs that I love to do and it's not like a burden for me. Some of the dangers for children working under the legal age of 16 are kidnapping because like the children that are out there by traffic lights selling tomatoes and vegetables, their parents might be in the shed filling up bags with whatever and they might be out there looking for customers. The car could slow down, maybe pick them up or whatever and the parents might be looking for them all over but they cannot find them. That they might be kidnapped. To see children under 16 working in a grocery, that makes me feel angry and a little bit disturbed. From my point of view, I will try to persuade them to not hire these kids because they are not eligible to do this type of work. Like to say grocery work, like lifting up heavy stuff like those big boxes and stacking up on shelves.
If I find out that one of my peers, my classmates, were in child labor, I will look to ask and talk to them personally to myself. Are you okay? Are you in child labor? Why haven't you been in school as much as before? If they do agree that this is child labor and what is happening to them is very much personal, then I will take this to another level of bringing the teachers into this. The teachers will be able to further assist with this activity. I believe that the teachers will ask for help outwards or questionnaire the child of what is going on financially and what is going on physically, and if these activities of child labor is preventing them from coming to school or getting their further education. I believe that if these questions are for fact true, that they can further it by coming to the ministry and the government for help. I also believe that if a child were in child labor and cannot talk to teachers because they would be out of school, that they can talk to their community as an example of a neighbor. If this child cannot go into school and prohibited from school, that they can go into around their community and talk to the neighbor that they trust and believe that this neighbor can help them through child labor. I think who can protect children from child labor can be police if they were to investigate or to come into the household of where this child or at work of where this child is doing labor. I believe that the Ministry of Health can assist. I believe that labor inspectors unit can help as well. I believe that social media and broadcasting what is being done can help as well, because there are many people out there that can see such messages and look to send in an helping hand. If our peer and I were to be passing on to the street and we see a child in child labor, we will recognize this action and then we would start to think about, is this child okay? Is this child really in child labor? But because some of my peers are not educated or I may not know exactly what is going on, we dismiss this concept and we continue along our way when really we are supposed to deep dive into, and if we cannot help personally, I believe we could call others that are in higher positions to help. I wish for all children is for a better childhood, education, food, wealth, health, and to enable them to have fun and build a structured life into happiness and be aware of certain dangers and to know that this is wrong and this is right.